にゃーにゃー。 やばい。散歩するなら海辺がいい。 お仕置きしてあげる。
What's going on, everybody? Welcome from the Banjus port. Just look for the vendor right next to the cooking machine. So to get this whole process started, you need to purchase 2 fine gifts from the Crystal Dust store. Now, day 1, the store won't be available. You need to go do some training. So head out to the training center, do those trainings. You're going to earn some dust. And then once the Crystal Dust store becomes available, you can purchase these 2 fine gifts. Now, you can still work through this quest all the way up until you need them, so you can get to the stopping point. That way your time isn't wasted. And then we need to head to the cooking machine to make some strawberry iced soda. This is where those 2 strawberries, 2 honey, and 11 carbonated water come into play. Now, you can also make the sizzling steak here if you have the recipe. If you do this, this will allow you to get part of the Voyager vehicle on one of our quest steps. Next thing you want to do is you want to teleport to the southwest Banjus port and then head to the oil rig off of the coast.
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
Talk to the hyena. Talk to the android. And he'll talk to the and the hyena is yelling something. This is the code. You don't have to remember it. Basically, just head back to the now, once you're inside, open the supply pod for the Omnium Beast mount piece. This is one of the pieces you need to create this vehicle. Once you're done with that, look at the data pad on the wall of the shack, and it'll talk about the Hyena Carnival. Now, from here, you want to head up to Raincaller Island, and then go to the oil rig off of the coast there. Again, choose the bottom option each time you talk to the arena, and you'll get access to the rig. From here, you want to talk to the big NPC named Morgly, who's to your right, and give him the strawberry soda. He's going to give you some components that you're going to need for our next step. Before you leave, make sure to talk to the hyena up at the very top if you made sizzling steak. If you did, talk to him and he'll allow you to open the supply pod to get the Voyager mouthpiece.
散歩するなら海辺がいい。邪魔しないで。
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to prerequisites to purchase. You're going to earn quest all the way up until you need 20 and 11 carbonated water. Talk to off of the coast. there. The hyena, and you'll get to your right and give him the strawberry soda. He's going to give you some components that you're going to need for our next step. Before you leave, make sure to talk to the hyena up at the very top if you made sizzling steak. If you did, talk to him and he'll allow you to open the supply pod to hits. Light dish looking towers, and the red ones are the ones you need to go to. Now for one of them, it needs passcode. You want to enter 2. And then the last will require, you need more than 2. They don't actually consume your toolkits, so you don't need more than 2. So don't worry if you see that multiple require 2 and 1. It's fine. As long as you meet that check, you'll be okay. And then the last one needs to use those components that you got in exchange for that strawberry soda. Once all of these are back online, you want to head to the center of Navia Bay, and there's going to be a little pillar and a beach on the flight and everything. So you want to click on that to head into the ecological park. Now once in here, open up all the supply pods, including the center one for your Colossus arms. So there you go, guys. That is how you can get your Colossus arms. It's an incredibly fun relic to use, and it is an easy one to get access to. If you like tips and tricks for Tower of Fantasy and you want to see more content, please consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for the support so far. It means the world to me. As always, this has been Vulcan, and I'll talk to you guys next time. What's going on, folks? Vulcan here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about some of the best tips and tricks that I've learned while playing the game, or that seasoned veterans have taught me to help make my life easier in Tower of Fantasy. Now, this is a longer video, so I split everything up into chapters below, so please feel free to skip around and find the stuff that you actually want to see. So quick disclaimer before we get into this. The footage here that you're seeing was taken from a closed test client. So basically there might be some things that differ visually from the global release. However, the information should still be correct. So anyway, let's get things started with some general stuff. So first up, make sure to take advantage of all of the awesome online resources that people have put together. There are some fantastic people out there, and they have just been sweating, put so much effort into getting Tower of Fantasy stuff together, like the interactive maps that you can find, toweroffantasy.info, which has tons of good information to help get you started. Those links are in the description below, so please feel free to go check those out. And speaking of the interactive map, I want to talk about that first. So in Tower of Fantasy, there are tons and tons of things to collect on the map. You have nuclei, which are used to summon weapons. You have upgrade materials that you need to use to upgrade all of your stuff. You have cooking resources and just so much more packed into each zone. Now, as you collect certain things like supply pods, space rifts, scenic points, and you clear ruins, you're going to earn rewards. Now, one of these rewards is a special mushroom that gives you more endurance and helps make exploring much easier. So you want to get these fast because it gives you a lot more endurance or stamina. That way you can climb higher, you can swim further, all of that fun stuff. So what you want to do is you want to log into the map, the one I've linked in the description below. And once you do that, you can mark off each item that you find. Now this is critical, and I know it can be annoying, it can be time consuming, but please do it. You're going to thank yourself later, because let me tell you guys, if you miss one of these, you could spend hours looking for the one you missed. I know, because I did it. I was almost done. I had almost all of the supply pods. I was missing one. And I had to go check every single one out there to see if it was the one that I missed. And eventually I found it, and it did take me a few hours. So please learn from my mistake and go out there and mark these things individually. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. It's literally just for signing in. So anyway, get a route down, hit up all of the nucleus, the pods, and the scenic points. Now, one other thing to take into consideration, this game does lock some of these for a certain duration after you enter the game. So, for instance, avoid like the western border of Astra for the first 9 hours. Those things are going to unlock later on, and at that point, you'll be able to go back and actually get them. You'll know if it's locked because the supply pod will have a big ring around it, and there's a that's counting down. So that's the general stuff. Next, I want to talk about exploration. So whenever you climb, swim, or jetpack, you're going to consume endurance. Now remember this we talked about earlier, which is another term for stamina. So at the beginning, you're not going to have a ton of endurance. Because of that, things might seem out of reach. But there are some ways you can get around that. So for starters, let's talk about using your endurance. One, don't burst through, right? What I mean by that is don't jump while you're climbing, don't while you're swimming. Sure, I mean, you're going to move faster, right? You're going to burst forward, but you're not going to travel as far when everything is said and done. If you just move normally, you're going to get more value per endurance consumed, and you'll end up traveling a much further distance. Here you can see an example where I burst a few times, and I'm instantly out of gas. Here, I just swim regularly, and I go so much further. So unless you're either climbing or swimming a very short distance, just take it slow because you'll end up going the distance. Now, when you're climbing, there's a movement trick you can use to avoid consuming endurance at all. So if you're on PC, what you want to do is press Control, you'll let go of the wall, then you want to double jump, and then press W to grab the wall again. Now, if you do this correctly, you're going to travel upwards without using much endurance at all. And this is a great way to reach new heights without that endurance mushroom early on. So be sure to take advantage of these movement tricks. Now, alternatively, let's say you're up pretty high and you run out of endurance, right? This could be, you're jetpacking around, or maybe you're climbing and you just have to let go. Well, if you heavily fall to avoid all fall damage, this will save me a ton of time. It's just a helpful thing to know. So if you ever get to a point where you need to drop, go ahead and take your jetpack, use your heavy attack, run it through the earth, you'll slam into the ground, and you will not take any fall damage, which is just great. So another thing is, while you're out exploring, keep an eye out for breakable objects. These look like cracked rocks, thorny vines covering supply pods, or kerosene plants that you can light on fire. Now, all of these can be destroyed to find rewards. You can use fire to clear out thorns, tar pits, and kerosene plants. You can use frost to ice out these little volcanoes, or you can use frost to freeze water so you can stand on it. You can use your missile barrage relic to destroy large cracked rocks, revealing like caverns and caves behind them. So there are multiple uses for just about everything. So if you find something that kind of looks suspicious, try a few relics and weapons to see if anything happens, because honestly, something might. Now, another thing to keep an eye out for are iron chests and password chests. So you might think to yourself, well, the rewards really aren't crazy good, right? They're not something that is worth my time, so I'll just skip it for now. Please don't do that. These chests are a steady source of experience, and once you reach level 30, things start to slow down quite a bit. So picking these up might seem minuscule, but they do add up over time. Now, another thing to watch out for are containers or machines with green lights on them. Now, this could be a locker, a vending machine, or something that looks like a generator or a large speaker. The thing is, most of these can be searched, and while sometimes they don't contain anything at all, other times they have rare materials you can use to upgrade things, and this is a good source of them. The thing is, these reset daily, so make sure to go back and check regularly. That way you can see if you can score some epic upgrade materials. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of exploration is the Unstuck tool. Now, this is hidden away in the settings menu, but it's really nice and it's useful because it allows you to escape if you can't move. I used this a couple times because I accidentally super bounced behind a pillar in a ruin. It reminded me of my Halo 2 days. I was running, I jumped on this rock, and I don't know what happened, but just like in Halo, I super bounced and shot way up to like the ceiling in the ruins, and I fell down behind this big giant rock. I had no way out, so I had to use Unstuck. It saved me, and I was able to finish and claim my rewards. But that's something out there that I really want people to know about, because again, if you get stuck and you can't teleport or transmit out, Unstuck is what you need to use. So that wraps up exploration. Next, we're going to talk about combat. So in Tower of Fantasy, combat has multiple layers. You have basic attacks, discharge attacks, aerial attacks, you have skills, you have dodges, and then you have passives that affects all of those. So there's a lot going on. And if you want a high overview of how all of that works, you can check out my starter guide. But for now, we're going to cover some tips to help improve your combat effectiveness. So to start, choosing your weapon is going to decide a few things for you. And it needs to have a little bit more thought put into it than just clicking on one, right? One is going to decide your damage elements, which are fire, frost, volt, electricity, and then physical. And they're going to decide what resonance you currently have depending on how many tank, DPS, and healing weapons you're using. So resonance is something that gives you buffs for both solo and team play, and it comes in 4 flavors. So if you have a balanced resonance, that's going to require one of each type of weapon. So it means you have your 3 weapons equipped, you have 1 DPS, 1 healing, 1 tank. This is going to increase your final damage, your damage reduction, your shatter, and your healing. So it's going to give you a balanced approach to the game. Then you have Fortitude, which requires 2 tank weapons. This is going to increase your damage reduction, your shatter, and greatly increase your aggro. So if you're someone who's looking into tanking, make sure to stack up Fortitude because that's what you're going to need. Then we have Attack, which is what most people are probably going to use right out of the gate. This requires 2 DPS weapons, and this just flat out increases your damage. Then the counterpart to Attack is Benediction, which is basically healing. This is going to require 2 support weapons, and this increases your healing output. So just make sure to keep an eye on this. Choose the resonant that means the most to you. Now, this isn't every single resonance in the game because there are also certain weapons that'll give you special resonance if that criteria is met. So for instance, there's an SSR that gives frost resonance if you have 2 frost weapons, and that increases your frost attack. So building around these is going to help both your damage and survivability, and it needs to be something that you put a little bit of thought into. So that's weapon resonance. Now I want to talk about some actual combat tips. So first up, aerial attacks tend to do more damage overall. This is because there is a risk and reward associated with these. So while aerial attacks will do more damage, they also leave you more vulnerable to incoming damage. So make sure to take advantage of these when you can, but don't push it to the limit where you're sitting there getting just absolutely rocked and you end up with no health because you keep trying to push aerial attacks. So just something to keep in mind. Now second, each weapon does have its own set of attack combos for you to master. So while you can just spam left click the entire time, that might get the job done early on, you can become much more proficient by learning how to chain different combos together to perform special attacks. So for instance, here's an example of a combo sheet. You can see the different light and heavy attacks, the triggers, the basic controls, how it kind of works together with dodge. There's a lot that goes into this, and it really is deeper than it originally lets on. So to build on that, different weapons also have different dodge attacks too. Not every dodge is built the same. Some are very basic and just trigger Fantasia, which is that time slow mechanic. Others trigger special effects or attacks to deal huge amounts of damage and provide some form of utility. So understanding everything your weapons can do is critical to maximizing their effect. Next up comes shields. So these are super important to respect. If you don't, you're going to be spending a lot more time railing on enemy than you need to. So each weapon does have a shatter stat. This is how effective they are at shattering shields. But shields themselves also have strengths and weaknesses. So for instance, the non-elemental shield, which is white, has no resistance, and you can use whatever you want to shatter. However, purple shields are volt shields, which have a very high resistance to volt attacks. So you need to make sure to use anything other than volts to shatter it more quickly. The same thing goes with frost shields, fire shields, etc. So make sure to pick the right weapon for the right job, because when you go in to fight bosses and you don't shatter the shield that they put up, they're going to be able to do an ultimate attack that could be super lethal for you and your team. One last thing to keep in mind is also elemental weaknesses. So enemies are going to have certain weaknesses and strengths towards elements. So for instance, hyenas are going to take more damage from volt, while machines will take more damage from frost. Machines also have a higher resistance to physical, so don't use physical weapons against them. So really you just need to keep a well-rounded set of weapons and relics to help exploit these when you can. So the last thing I want to talk about for combat is a shortcut, a hotkey that I really like and I didn't know about for a long period of time, but this allows you to easily swap between relics. And you're going to be swapping between relics super often. It can feel like a chore sometimes because you constantly have to click into the menu, click to deploy, and then click on an actual relic, and it takes quite a bit of time. So luckily, Tower of Fantasy lets you set up multiple relic combinations, and then you can swap between them just by using G, which is great because this lets you set up a restoration set, a damage set, a control set, and then you can swap between them without needing to enter the menu. You still can't swap them in the middle of combat, but you can definitely swap them before. So with combat out of the way, let's talk about upgrading weapons because, guys, there is a preferred way to do this and a way that'll end up wasting a lot of resources. So weapons in Tower of Fantasy are the Baptism mechanic, right? You need to summon them in order to unlock and use them. Now, over time, you will need to upgrade weapons to increase their strength and effectiveness to keep up with the game. This is where the tip comes in. Just pick 1 or 2 weapons to truly invest your resources into first. You will have enough materials to keep them maxed out and at the top of their game, which helps a lot with content and bosses. But if you choose to spread these materials across multiple weapons, you're going to run out, and at that point, things are going to slow way down for you. So, if you want to you like to be useful, I recommend one of them be a fire weapon, and then follow resources into those weapons, and then the third weapon last. Side note, this also goes for prioritize your strongest pieces first and then work around to your weaker ones. Now the nice thing about gear is that you can transfer those investments and upgrades to a new piece of gear. So those resources aren't lost, which again is just really nice. Now weapons can also be advanced when you use duplicates, which essentially adds another star, and that unlocks more passives. And these passives are incredibly powerful. So you want to make sure to spin those to unlock them. Sometimes it's not overly apparent that you can do that, but clicking into each weapon, clicking on advancement, you can check out, hey, do I have a fusion core? Yes or no. If yes, then go ahead and spin it. So keeping on with the theme of upgrades, next up is progression. So like combat, progression has many layers. You have weapons, gear, weapon matrix, your suppressor. Now all of these take different resources, and there's some big traps you can fall into. We already talked about weapons and gear, but we need to discuss weapon matrix and your suppressor. So weapon matrices are data chips that contain stats, but they also provide you with set bonuses to help round out your build. Each weapon is equipped 4 of them, and a set bonus typically provides a 3 for the early chips, and then later chips will provide you a 4 set bonus. So here you want to make sure you choose a set that you really like, one that's going to benefit not just one weapon, but multiple. Then invest your resources into that set first. Now, once those are upgraded and you really want to beef up a few data chips for your 4th slot or maybe a secondary set, please feel free. But just like weapons, you do not want to run out of resources and leave yourself high and dry, especially with something that's going to give you set bonuses. So an example you can see here is the Echo chip. You get these from your suppressor upgrades. This gives a bonus to weapon charge on discharge attacks. It's incredibly versatile and it's flexible for an early set. Now speaking of your suppressor, this is a huge source of base stats for your character. Here, you're going to need to reach certain milestones and have enough potent Omnium crystals to upgrade. Now, each one gives you a huge stat boost, and then once you reach the end of a suppressor version, you unlock a new matrix and a new suppressor type. Now, there really isn't any tips or tricks here other than don't forget to upgrade it because, again, it's a huge source of secondary and primary stats. Now, throughout the game, you're going to get boxes that contain upgrade materials. Most of the time, these are selection boxes, so you can pick the thing you need. Please listen to me. Do not open these until you need them. 100%. Do not open them until you actually need them. This is a huge mistake waiting to happen. I can see it happening to some players already. If you just open these boxes and then choose materials randomly, you're going to be creating so much extra work.
事情は全部フランチから聞いて、お前さんがハガードのために働き始めたのは知ってる。
ジークもどうしようもなく。
It seems very simple, but I know that
ブルークリークの流れに沿っていけば連日不当につくわ。気をつけて。
You can miss some things. I know because I've been there. So please just don't open it. Now the last thing is giving gifts to your characters. Now this is a system that I feel like needs more attention, and honestly, there are some great perks in here if you invest into a single character. Now, as you give gifts, make sure to match up the gifts you have with the preferences for each character, so you earn more points per gift given. Now, these perks you can unlock range from damage dealing to exploration based. So again, there's something that's important, so don't forget about them because they're out there. So that's progression. Let's talk cooking next. So cooking in Tower of Fantasy is important. It really is. It gives you satiety, it keeps your health full, you can get some really cool buffs. So make sure to cook food that's beneficial to you, right? You don't want to eat a food that doesn't give you health when you actually need it. Now, I highly recommend crafting the dandelion mushroom soup first to get strong health and satiety boost, especially early on. It's available kind of right from the get-go. Also, just another thing, make sure to pick up everything. And I mean everything. There are ingredients everywhere. And picking these up will keep your pantry stocked and allow you to create new dishes. You can also create dishes that boost certain stats like I mentioned before, which will help with increasing your damage and clearing content. Now the last thing I want to talk about is dailies and weeklies. Now this really isn't a tip, it's really just a reminder. Make sure to do these things each day to maximize your progression in your level. Dailies should be done first thing, they don't take very long, so please just prioritize those because if you miss out on them, it could set you back quite a bit. Now, weeklies can be accessed from the adventure log, and they give you some really easy goals to reach each week, using materials and other various things. So, just to give some examples of the stuff you need to be doing each day, your adventure journal has materials, experience, and upgrades. You need to go through and clear ruins, which are like dungeons. There's 4 bounties that you can go clear out. You can get things like nucleus, as well as upgrade materials. You have a sign-in bonus you can take. Mia's Kitchen is one. It gives you a big buff. You can do it multiple times a day, and you get a lot of experience as well. And on the other side, you have this, which again, it's very important to join a crew, like a clan or a guild, however you want to approach it.
あなたたちのおかげで助かった。
Your crew allows you to make daily donations.
こんなみんな、そうだ。
And then these donations give you crew points, which you can spend in a special store
賞金のことだ。
that has
データベース
upgrade
検
materials,
索。
special gifts, and things like
ベンジス重工の社
that.
長さんだよ。
Then you have Vitality.
検索完了。
This is a special kind of
パレード。
stamina source
ベンジ
that
ディ
is
スク。
used and
あれ
consumed each
賞
time
金
you
目当てで
do
来た。
something
それなら残念。
So if you go
今年のお祭りはあんまりどうしてここで一日中見てたけど商船が全然来ないの。
なぜですか？
もう本当に嫌になる。最近は行こう。ここは危険だから。とりあえず
So your natural first thought might be, well, we need to save some. Well, yes and no. So as you spend Vitality, you're going to unlock achievements, and you're also going to push through some of the launch events that'll then give you some really powerful rewards.
ねえ、その様子だと
So you want to make sure to use that
私た
Vitality,
ち
or you're going to
アス
keep
トラ島から来
pushing
た。
back some of the rewards that you're going to
アストラ島の
the last
でも
thing is
そういう
training,
人
so you want to make sure to complete your training every day. These are mini games that'll test your hand-eye coordination and all of that fun stuff, but you're going to earn points from doing this, and you can spend those in shop to again purchase upgrade materials. So folks, that wraps this one up. I hope that these tips and tricks were helpful for getting started in Tower of Fantasy. I'm sure all of you are going to teach me quite a few things in the comments, and I'm super pumped to see what tips and tricks you all have. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Vulcan, and I will talk to you guys next time. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Vulcan, and today we have a special look at Endless Dungeon. This is the latest entry into the Endless universe. This one is set as a roguelite tactical tower defense game. So there's a pretty interesting blend of things going on here. You have multiple heroes you can choose from. You can have up to 3 at a time that you can switch between during your missions. They all have their own unique abilities, but that's not the only thing that you have to manage. You also have to be able to go through and create turrets and create defenses to protect this rock. This crystal right here on this little crystal bot is your life. So if that thing dies, you all die. If you die by yourself, you die. So there's multiple ways to die in this game, and because it's a roguelite, there is some difficulty and some strategy that you need to employ in order to kind of go through and win. So I've played a couple runs so far, and I played the tutorial, kind of got my bearings a little bit, but I want to go and show you guys just a brand new, fresh look at what a run through Endless Dungeon looks like. Now, please note that this is a open dev platform down here, open dev version, And over here, you can see that it is not even 1.0 yet, so there are things
また一人で外出していたのか。
maybe work as intended, we might run into
早く
hiccups.
帰りなさい。
For me,
定期
everything seems to be there, everything seems
そ
to be
れ本当？
functioning.
体調が良ければの話だ。
新しくできた友達だよ。アストラと。
ほう。
We'll see what happens.
君がホワイトフラッシュを。
But please know if you do see those, that's just something that's kind of there for now. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's start a brand new game. And we can talk about some of the stuff that we can expect.
カレイドおじさんはまあ大丈夫。
So first off, you're loaded into this nice little saloon here, and we got our guy Blaze.
あ
This guy.
れいつ？
あなたは長い間
Devotion Garden. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. So here you have 3 heroes to choose from. You can bring 2 with you until you unlock the procedural
あれ
factory,
ヒル
whatever
ド
that is,
コリーさん。
and you can unlock
何
this third slot.
あれ？
So let's talk
あ
about
の
some of the
ね、
heroes.
ちゃんと
So first we have
す
Zed.
ぐ笑ってごまかすん。
She is
はいは
a
い。
heavy minigun toting hero. She has a few different abilities. So first is Audio Wave, which is going to damage everybody in a rectangle in front of her. Then we have Death Metal, which causes all monsters around her in a circular zone
料理
at
の
their
プロ
speed
セスを
and
実
defense
行
reduced.
中
And then
少々お待ちください
and attack speed. And then lastly, incoming damage increases your damage power per monster killed. So she kind of has that rage mechanic. Next. Next we have Bunker. So Bunker has a pistol and a shield, and you can see stats here. And then Back Off, so Shockwave to stun and damage monsters. Hunker, which is going to give you short invulnerability with increased aggro, and then Triggering. Attack damage will rise with received damage, so the more damage you take, the more damage you deal. And then lastly we have Blaze. So Blaze has some mines, he has a series of bombs that'll detonate on nearby enemies for his ultimate, and then he has Afterburn, which has an increased chance to do elemental explosions. So as you go through, you're able to use these abilities with a little lightning bolt pretty quickly and pretty frequently. But then this one down here is your ultimate. So this will charge over time, and then as you kill more monsters, you'll be able to use it more often. And then this one down here is sort of like your passive one. So I've already done a Blaze and Bunker run. So I think instead I want to do a Bunker Zed run. I feel like balancing the defense with kind of the rage mechanic of Zed is going to be useful. Now granted, I'm solo. I don't have another player to jump in and, you know, experience this with me. So this is just going to be me bouncing back and forth. And that's one thing to note too, is whatever heroes you bring to the table, you're able to jump between them using the space key. So you can see, you can switch back and forth like so. You can see up here you have your ultimate on R, you have your skill on Q, you have just your regular attack here. This is melee on your right click. So you can also click and hold space, and
あ
you can
泣きっぽりーさんが心配してたから
tell your other heroes to stay or to follow. Okay, so let's break down this thing real quick. So this is the crystal, and this guy right here, he is your livelihood. If he dies, you die. So you can see up here we got some stuff. So you can go through, you can make some upgrades and adjustments. As long as you have the proper currency, then you can upgrade, like, you know, speed to all crystal actions. You can make, so you can get extra industry, which we'll talk about here in a moment. You can give increased hero movement speed when you're near the crystal meth id. And these take construction cost. One of those diamonds there. So up here at the very top, you have your crystal health.
大したこと
Once this
報
reaches 0,
告
you die.
します報告
And let's see if we
Hiro-
can't
chi-
find
chi- chi-
a generator really quick. Just another thing. So, as you go through and you open these doors, you're going to find new stuff. So, the whole point of this game is to
どうしたの
farm more
あなた運動得意でしょ？
任せて
Alright, so it looks like we found a hero upgrade on our first door. So, here you can spend food, this currency here, in order to give yourself a passive increase, whatever it is. So, increasing the rate of fire, adding damage,
ジョアンに代わってお礼を言うわね。
near
君って
hero,
本当に
and doing
了
extra
解
maximum speed. If I don't want anything on Zed, I can switch over to Bunker, and I can kind of do the same thing here.
ヒールだ。
こちらは新しくこんにちは。
この間の地震で
So let's break down some of these other currencies. So we have food, we saw that one. It's increasing your hero's skills and passes and stuff. Then we have this little gear cog, this is called industry. And this allows us to build turrets, defenses, things like that. So, and then we have at the top, we have science. Science allows us to research new turrets. Now all these different little things here on the ground, you can go through and choose between turret, jellifier, or shield. That's what we have right now. Turret is going to do basic damage for a turret. Regular stuff. You have the jellifier, which is going to reduce the speed and defense on monsters around this thing. And then we have shield. This is going to increase the defense of everything in this room. These are incredibly useful for protecting generators, turrets, and crystal. Don't sleep on them, as well as the jellifiers, because being able to crowd control is incredibly important, because the enemies move very quickly in this game. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to leave the big door for now. And instead, so here's some enemies. See how that works. We also found a treasure chest. Okay, this is in a pretty solid room. Okay, so we got the light shocker. So this can't be equipped by me. It can only be equipped by Funker here. So you can see increase my DPS, my damage,
そんなの簡単さ。
So we can go ahead. Here's what we're looking at here. Now each hero can hold 2 weapons. So, being able to go through and decide the ones that you want is going to be super important. So I'm going to build a turret in that room. I'm going to build another turret right here.
リータ祭おめでとうございます。
At least we'll have a little bit of help.
あれは
Now you can break those things. You can use them to kill enemies, but I also use them to just get some resources. Okay, so let's open this door. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Break this thing. That's part of the thing too, right? Is you have to break all
すべて
of
順
these
調です。
unbreakables.
グレイヤ様、 ご安心ください。
You gotta break all these
協力を拒んだ場合
breakables
は
so you can get more currency.
言わなく
Because
て
all
も
of the
わかる。
currency
隠れ
right
てないで
now
出てこい。
is tied to opening doors. What I mean by that is if you set up a generator to give you industry, it's only going to give you industry, or at least that's my interpretation.
怒らせないで。
Skill, pushback skill, upgrade.
これで終わりか。
お仕置きしてあげる。
Now right now it doesn't seem like a lot's happening. This is pretty basic. One blade. Okay, so this is a jump. As you can see, some resources at each door opening. You defend. So this is what I'm talking about.
怒らせないで。
Double sword, right? You need to open more doors to get more turrets. Doors introduces more enemies. So it's one of those things. You're gonna have to have a lot more risk to get a lot more. So I always like to go industry first. I feel like being able to get my defenses on the next one, I'll most likely go for research because that's going to help a ton when it comes to getting new turrets.
別にあなたは嫌いじゃない。
So,
でも質問するときは
let's
礼
go
儀をわきまえなさ
ahead
い。
and let's put a jellifier here. Now you can see I only have 1. I'm gonna get 3 when I open my door, and I need 3 to do my turret to defend this. So open this door.
ようやく目覚めたのですね。
So now
何者かに襲われたよう
we
で
want to
す。
defend this generator because if this thing dies, there is not a way to get it back.
何か企
So
見
being
地
able to
体の状態
make
が
sure
よ
that
くあ
thing
り
stays
ます。
up is super important. So here we have another generator. It does cost industry to activate, so we can't do it yet. We need to go open. Okay, so here we go. Now we got waves. So we got waves.
ねえ、どこ行ってたの？
We also got waves.
さっきあなたが探してる人だよね。ついてきて。街の
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna station Zed right here, so she can guard that area, and then I'm gonna go down here to make sure things don't get too.
いらっしゃいませ。客室は残り一部屋。
So it's kind of a good thing we didn't do that generator
おはよ
because
う。
we wouldn't have
昨日はよく眠れた？じゃあ、
You see down here in the mini map how Zed's doing.
ベンジス重工の本部って入っていいの？もちろん。生活エリアは賑やかよ。この中に住んでる従業員の家族も多いわ。生産エリアは謎が多いの。今回見れるかわからないけど。待って。ここなんだか変よ。ここで何かわからないけど、何かラベンジャーか。うん。
Alright. Now I think I have one. Hopefully I chose the right door. Some of these doors are rough because they will they'll spawn some enemies, they'll spawn some enemy type. So, okay, so here's a research machine. So this is for unlocking new turrets, unlocking new stuff. So you have a Tesla ball, which is going to cause a lightning arc. You have a basic turret, which is going to increase the basic turret to
ここで戦闘が起こったみたいね。
just one.
侵入者は
And you
何
have
者
an
かしら。
EMP blast that you can set up.
アイダの子よ。
So you can't
街の
afford
外で見たわ。
to do that. You can see close, we have 16. And this is fun here.
見て、誰か捕まってる。あなたが隠れ。私が何とかするわ。
Nest. We can't close doors, unfortunately, so... that.
助けてくれてありがとう。昨日を待つ。
衛兵たちは
わからん。
I don't really want to open this one up. Because see, if I open this door, this is going to cause a new path, a new route for them to get to the crystal. So if I open this nest right here, instead of all the way. So creating a longer path is better than just opening this door and making myself. So let's go down here. So open this stuff out.
助けに来てく。
あなた方は誰の
わしはここの社員じゃ。
何の音？
まずい。敵の大部隊があなたに気づいたようじゃ。
大丈夫。
相手は一人か。肩慣らしにはもってこいだ。行け、セツナ。
Ooh, look at this needler, guys. Dang.
行くな。わしらを守ってくれ。
Okay, so we got like a wandering merchant from like Resident Evil.
何とかできそうだし、私が行くわ。
セツナでは歯が立たんだと。ジェリナ、行け。こいつやりやがる。こうなったら二人がかりだ。無敵兄弟もこれまでか。
大丈夫？テオは見つかった？
Waves over.
テオとカレイド社長はベンジス重工の本部に監禁された可能性が高い。わかった。
That was really cool though. I haven't done that. Okay, so this is a dark room. So in here you can't activate anything because it's dark. So you have these currency here, and if I click and hold C, that'll actually bring light to this room, and it'll allow me to use the defenses in this room. If I would have kept this dark, this room would be a dead room, and I couldn't do anything in there. Okay, so I have 4. I think Up here's fine. I'm pretty confident Zed will be able to do what she needs to do. But down here was a little sketchy. So I'm gonna add... We already have 2 turrets. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, but this is the closest part to the crystal. So I would say let's add a turret right here. I think that way if they manage to get past all of our stuff, then we got 3 turrets. So hopefully something will work. Okay, so let's go this way. And let's continue opening some doors. We have a war! Alright, so I got chests. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. Light magnifier. Yeah, I just don't really have any. Okay. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this one's just so much better. So I think we'll stick with that. Let's open this door. Another chest. Dang, we were just getting chests like crazy. Ooh, light grenadier. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. All right, let's go back and let's defend. I think Zed's good where she's at. I'm gonna go down here and help provide some support because Lord knows we need it. I have like a perfect, like look at this, perfect firing line. See them down here? They can't go through that door because we didn't open it. Zed, I got you. Something I kind of wish Zed would do is activate her ultimate on her own. Instead of like me having to jump in and do it. See, okay, that went much smoother this time. Alright, so let's continue opening some doors. I feel pretty good about where we are right now. Another chest. Oh, the skull on. Are they all skulls on? Ooh, yes. Big currency, big currency. Alright, let's start a research really quick. It's gonna spawn some waves, I get it. But I wanna do a Tesla ball. Do I have to defend this thing? Will they attack that? Maybe. Oh, yeah, these big, like, slug deals. Yeah, if things go south, like that, I have to open this. Alright, let's go aggro mode. Sit here and just mow these dudes down. I know that door's open now, but...
このテーブルは年代物だな。うわ、ボロボロだ。
お前たちは地下室を頼む。
Oh, he just sends more. Oh, this dude just like summons them. Like a mobile spawn. Okay, we got a Tesla ball now, though.
君は何者だ。どうやら。
社長と手をの。
よし。
Oh, okay. I thought we had Tesla. Guess not. It's all from now.
早く何とかしてくれ。
Oh, that sucks.
そのまま飛び出そうって言うんじゃないだろ。
他にいい方法。
こいつの服に着替え。
この服なら見破られないわね。
Here. Here. Start opening
何度も言ってるよ。
あなたは
We're
ベン
looking
ジ
for the exit,
Huh?
which we should be getting close. Found it. Okay, so here's the inn door. So this is where stuff gets because the inn door is where we have to bring the crystal. So we have to get our crystal out of this little socket.
監視装置は作動していない。上まで行けるわ。
And we have to bring it here. So this is where stuff gets intense. We'll see if we survive. I feel medium about it. Let's see what happens. Alright, Zed needs to follow us.
通路の突き当たりから音がするわ。調べてみよう。まずいわ。この犬たち何かを嗅ぎ取ったのかしら。2階の左の部屋に麻酔薬があるって言ってたわね。
Let's grab the inn door and let's roll. If we make it.
何の用だ。
Alright, so now he's
ボ
got
ス
the
の犬がお
escort
腹を空かせて
crystals
さっきやったとこだ。
to that door. Now I tried to make a path of turrets to help us out. So we'll see what happens.
もうしまったほら犬に
Really thought I had more. Okay, so my ultimate is almost up, which will be super helpful because the aggro will pull everything off of the crystal and give it to me. Hopefully we can keep that up. Let's get it activated. Is that-
紛れ込んだネズミは
Oh, is that
捕らえ
dead?
ました。
Okay, great.
仲間はいないようです。
Not looking good, guys. This is not,
カレイドの尋問はど
not looking good.
かしこま、
Oh, I got my ultimate. I got my ultimate. I got my ultimate.
外に誰かいるのか。
Okay, great.
えへ
Shield up, aggro up. Let's mow these guys, and then he's gonna go into that slot.
こっちだ。
We'll
隠れ
get
て。
closer in a second.
テオ、やっと見
どうしてここに？
君たちを
Let's go.
父さん
We
が
got
助かれば。
Zed back. Yes. They lost their equipment. That's okay. Zed didn't have anything. Okay. Let's see. Slow monster. All right. So, yeah. So what that did is now that we've gone through that course, that I'll say that run, that map is dead and gone. So we can no longer go back, and we are now in this room. This is our starting crystal room, and this starts a brand new run. So you kind of have this like seamless run where you go through, you completely kind of scour an area for resources, you fight off waves, you keep your crystal alive, and then at the very end, you grab that indoor, you grab your crystal bot, take him to the indoor opens, you go into the next another room, and then that begins.
カレイド社長、
So you kind of chain together these runs rather than going, back to the menu or anything like that. So pretty cool stuff. I really like it. But it's not looking too great, so
まずい警報を鳴らされた。いや息子を探し出さねば。包囲網を突破して港で助けを求めるんだ。
really disappointed we don't have our Tesla ball. It really bummed me out. Ooh, what is this? This is a big room. Okay, so here's a new crystal slot. Okay, I'm gonna let my game just catch up. All right, so here's a new crystal slot. So it's gonna cause a wave, yeah, but we can bring our crystal here.
ああ、
フランツさん。フランツさんは私。
俺はここに残って。
Bye. each room seems to get harder in terms of like having more shit, or the enemies having more health. Alright. I'm just gonna try to open as many doors as I can. We're getting near the end of the run. So let's see what happens. Ooh, look at this. Sniper beam. Blinding them with science. Oh, I can't equip it. Can you equip it? Yeah. Oh, slug. Oh, what was that? What I've noticed is when you get into the second room, that's when the free stuff.
何かしら。フランツさんなら知ってるかも。
So I think after this chest, I'm just gonna end this run with another one.
フランツ、
Heavy dart.
どういうこと？
こんにちは。ああ、そ
Dude, going heavy, I think, is pretty solid. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a heavy metal. Dang, that's dope. Look at me. All right, let's end the run and let's talk about this thing. I would say so. It's all right. We're not gonna worry about that too much. Okay, so let's get some final thoughts going. All right, so in terms of Endless Dungeon, visuals, love it. Love the aesthetic, love kind of what they're going for here. It reminds me a lot of Space Punk, which is kind of funny to say, but I love the sort of like space cowboy kind of Western thing they're going for here. The hero build and the hero diversity, I think, is good. So, I know you guys didn't get a look at Blaze or anything like that, but what we've kind of gone through, you know, having Bunker as a defensive character, having Zed as a kind of high DPS-oriented character, then Blaze as more of your elemental. We didn't get to see the Plague Doctor we've seen in all the trailers, but I think it's okay. Going through the diversity, I think it's good. You're going to kind of find something you want to play. Hopefully they'll add more heroes down the line, but for now, we're going to have, I believe, a grand total of 4 to choose from, including the Plague Doctor. But everything kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses. Blaze, I know I played him off camera, but he is very kind of slow and powerful. So his abilities, his weapons, and all of that are typically slow, high-damaging weapons. He has those landmines, which work out pretty well, and his ultimate ability can clear big swaths. In terms of Bunker, I really like Bunker. I like his pushback, I like his aggro ability to counter. All of that stuff just plays super well in a community-oriented setting. But I think the big thing is being able to pull aggro. You saw what I did there with the Crystal Bot. You know, towards the end of that last run, I was able to pull all the aggro and let my Crystal Bot kind of connect that run. And then lastly, Zed, the kind of high-damaging minigun-toting character at first. You can also get slow, high-damaging projectiles. So overall build diversity, I like it. all the stuff that comes with which I haven't seen before, to increase your character. Now, you saw that he could die, so I'm curious if after each wave, he gives you new items, or if there's a way to spend currency to refresh his inventory. I'm not sure, I didn't spend enough time at him, but things like that I think I really enjoy. So from a tower defense perspective and from a roguelite perspective, I think this is a good blend. There are some things, obviously they need to work on performance and optimization, which I totally get. This is still an earlier version. But the other thing that I think may need to be tweaked as we get deeper into the game, and that's going to be the currency production. So being able to get industry, food, and science. So being able to do all three isn't going to be plausible, or it shouldn't be, right? You should have to kind of specialize in what you want to do. But I think having production only and exclusively tied to door openings is going to cause issues. The reason I say that is, you know, you're going to have both, and you're going to have situations where you're not able to upgrade or place turrets. You're not able to install generators. You will have opened all of the doors in a room, and you don't have enough currency to build anything. And not having a passive generation, I think, is going to be painful. So even if it's just like one every 30 seconds or something like that, or one every minute, but giving some sort of passive generation is going to help a lot, because that way people can sit and they can kind of wait and strategize a little bit while they're building those resources and letting generators generate. So
お客さん、うちの店は初めてですよね。何をお探しで？アストロナジ、闇市、ブツ？誰に頼まれてきたんです？お客さん、いい加減な。社長の命令でアストロナジーを取りにいらしたんですか？でも、あなたは私、信用には鉄鉱石を。
So, if you're curious on when this one is coming, we don't have a release date quite yet. You can go out to Steam and wishlist it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is this something that looks interesting to you? Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Vulcan, and I'll talk to you next time.
So, we're gonna play a little bit more of this. I have a hankering for some more. We're gonna play as if the 4 hours that I played before, that was not enough. We just got to the point where I'm at like tier 2. There's 4 tiers in the game. That's tier 2. We're on our way to the new stuff. Oh, yeah,
もう揃ったのですか？ずいぶん早いですね。
あなたの要求通り、鉱石は集めたわ。約束。
あれ、オムニアムタワーの。
Forward to seeing this one, especially after last time. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this one can go, and I'm actually really curious and actually kind of eager to try this on like a really tough difficulty, to where we've got like raiders coming in constantly, and so it really forces us to build walls and all that. We just started that last time, just to kind of play around with it. It would be kind of cool to be able to. Be forced to build it. Not like a tower defense kind of thing, but just something that will require a bit more defense. Anyway, we'll do a little tour of the town here, and we'll see what all is happening. So, center of town here, we have that guy ringing that bell. He doesn't know how to stop. There's my town hall here. They're always whining about food. We'll see if we can solve that today. Got the main town hall here. We got a bunch of houses over on this side. We're at the homestead level of houses. We need a better location desirability in order to get that high. Another food type, so we'll see about.
アストロナジーは先日も
あなたを信じるのは
This side of town, I think, is mostly my. This is pretty much all housing stuff. We've got a candle shop right there. This is a pub. There, a noisy pub. We've got a market. The market is serving all the people in town. We may need to put another one in if we're gonna keep on expanding this way. Actually, maybe one over there and over here if we keep expanding each side. I've got 3 beehives for my candles and my honey. Blue smoke, yeah, it's for that blue wood we're using. We got a school now. And the school, as far as what is needed about it, schools provide basic education with boost work rate for villagers. Some professions require educated workers. Someone was asking about this on the premiere when it went to YouTube, and I wasn't sure what it did, but that, I guess that answers that question. My healer's house. People get sick. We've got my vault is going in there. And a bunch more houses over here, and then we got a wall going in there. And I had the wall set up there. I wonder if I should bump the wall out a little bit more and put more houses in here, though. Today. Put the wall out a little bit further. Because people attack us, they're going to go and try to hit the this place. Trade post and the storehouse are the places where we keep our gold. And we can even see it. Well, I don't have much gold. Actually, I don't know where my gold is now, but you can see the stuff outside. There's soap out there. There's arrows. There's a bunch of food over here. Some shoes. Yeah, very cool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and. Is there a cancel button? Seems like it's smooth most of the time, but occasionally, when I open Windows, it gets real choppy. Hopefully, that gets taken care of. How do I cancel multiple things? There's a sick fella over there. Let's go through here and just cancel. Is there a shortcut? Hot key. It's got it. Legal. Of course. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump this wall a little bit more and put more houses in here because we got to get a bunch of houses. We got to get up to like 25 homesteads in order to go to the next level. And so we got to have a bunch of houses kind of packed in together because they need to have parks and things and pretty stuff around them to make them happy. Maybe we'll just go to... There's a gate there. Maybe we'll just go to there and we'll move the wall up. Yeah, I do have a graveyard right over here. It has one gravestone, it's like. Yeah, one guy in there. Not too bad after, what, we've been here like 11 years? We got one death? Not too bad. What's wrong with you? Empty crops. I think I met him. I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea, rather than leaving fallow, putting in like clovers. We'll just have like a clover year. Try to take care of this thing. We're always out. We got clover, flax. I don't think we can do this year. Go over here. Not currently providing entertainment. We don't know how to make beer yet. You don't provide entertainment because there is no. And then you are missing weapons, which we can do with I think it's down here in the resources area. We got some of these things done. We have to stop the soap shop. We don't have a potter because we don't have any play. Look at a coal mine, which might be a good idea. Rather than dealing the charcoal kiln, it might be a good idea to grab coal. Get it started. Do we know where coal is? There's already kind of a place that no one wants to be. Actually, there's coal way up here. Triple coal. Put one right. Yeah, which would tell me how much was actually in this. We'll get a road. People ran everywhere in the Middle Ages. Yeah, look at them. They're in a hurry. In a real hustle. Look at all them bees. Man, that's why they're running. Look at the bees. Stay away from that place. The art style, this is fantastic. Wish it played a little smoother though. Sometimes it's a. Let me dump this down just a smidgen, like. Try that. See if that plays a little bit. Comes the snow. Okay, we gotta get some weapons in here. Whenever Mr. Trader stops by, we'll make sure and do some trading. We can get some things moved over here and make some money. We're mostly making money on gold ore. That's our thing. We want the thing as much. If we get gold ore, it goes over there. And I think the last time what we did is we built up a bunch of gold mines over here, so we should be able to get some cash coming in. 50 crops eaten by wildlife. That seems like something we don't want to have. So we'll get these fences built up also. Yeah, it's. I need to get a new. Not time right here. Probably in the next few minutes. I'm eyeballing a couple. Not sure whether I want to go now or if I should wait until prices come down a bit further. You know, they're a little bit out of whack still. Stand over there. This is my hunter captain, which is poorly providing my work camp. You do seem to be just chopping trees down, and that's it. You're not actually replacing anything. So I'm gonna move you over here on this side. Maybe it'll work, but now they can work. And you probably should get a road over there. That. Hey, Cormac, thanks for the tip. Thank you very much. Another thing I was thinking about doing is moving this field. Well, I keep thinking about moving the field over there, but then I remember that the fertile soil is here. Now we have this guy. Crops killed by frost. My cow didn't die. This guy is my poop fella over there is creating. Oh, look at that! Do I tell you to do it? I do. Okay. I didn't realize that's how that works. Okay, so we got 2 full bins of poop. So we want 1 bin to come in here and add to there. Fertilize that field. Now, I don't know. It feels like I should keep it here because this is the most fertile place there is there. Say bye now. Yeah, I'm leaning on it. One of these days. What's it? Spans. Gotta expand this field. Expand crop field. Does it sound like it wants to be there? Maybe it needs to go out this way. I think it needs to go bumped out a bit, but I'll use all that space up. So I don't know. Could delete it and then redo it and fill that whole area. Yeah, the Potter Building's where they sell wands. Right. Spellions. Let's see what this one does, because fertility right now is at 32%. So poop on it though, and hopefully it'll go up. We can always do it again, get another bin of poop. I built this other farm over here, which could also be fertilized. We probably should do that, but I'll wait until that fence gets done before we go and put any effort into that. Low speed. Unit number 14. Make these things go. Yeah, way too long now. I should wait. I should do it in the winter. Delete, redo this one, and just fill in that spot there. That's a trader. That's good. Because we gotta buy a bunch of clay. I'm just gonna buy a ton of clay. My storehouse is nowhere near full, and it can hold. We can get some barrels, which I made a Cooper. I think I made a Cooper. I don't know where he's at. Cobbler. Okay, we'll get one of those. Alright. So, you want some soap? I probably shouldn't say that. I'm tempted to try out the real economy here. So I can buy a bunch of pottery for real cheap from you. I can buy a bunch of herbs real cheap. I need to buy those. $43. Where's all my money at? We're paying something. We're paying the military. Buy those. I really want to sell my planks. So I kind of need those. I gotta sell something though. I'll give you some planks. We can always make new planks. Chop trees down and make planks. And I'll give you some planks. That'll give you some cash. That guy's gonna fry. And I think I'm gonna. I don't know. Should we buy more? Should we buy pottery? We should buy really cheap grain. No, not really any story. There's not like a world map or anything. We get bandits that come in here. We had a blizzard one year. It's more of just like survive the wilderness kind of, or the farthest frontier, so survive the edge of the world or whatever. She's bringing in something. What'd she bring in? What'd she do? 28 planks. Do that before we leave. So there's 200 bucks. I'm gonna buy a little bit of grain. $50 worth of grain. I'm gonna buy the rest of it. Town storage. I'm really tempted to try just buying something really cheap and selling this. Like this grain is far below value. What if I just buy what I can? Which is how much? 161. Stock. 161. Stock it in the house here. So then when someone else comes by, we'll sell it back to them for a good price. Sell the rest of those. I have a little bit of cash hanging around here. Buy clay from you, but it's expensive. Well, it's typhoon. I feel like maybe I need another market worth of ore or something else to sell. I mean, we have a bunch of sand around us. Maybe just do like a sand mine and dump that on folks. Because a lot of people seem to be wanting sand. There's a couple spots here. Piece of the universe. Thanks for the. Ton of sand things. So we could have a second cash crop of sand. I don't know, should we do that or should we just stick with the gold? We have tons of gold going to be coming in here. Surely someone will come by with gold and we'll be rich again and it'll all be fine. Look at that. I have room for people in town. We'll stay away from the gate here. Right. Sell it to you guys that only have clay. Yeah, we got kind of hosed on the map because there's not clay deposit on the map. That's an interesting challenge. That's been the challenge for this game. There's no clay. There's one more spot we didn't look that looked like it was starting to get a little different looking biome. This one over here where it's all rocky. We're gonna send someone over here to come look. Just to peek. But I assume places with 5 rivers and water. Okay, so our goal, this is clear, is get these guys, get the town center level 3, which requires 12 more homesteads. And 125 people, which shouldn't be too bad. We need, of course, clay to build. But if we can do that, fine. One villager is bedridden. Fractured bone. Localization tag not found. Oh. People want pottery for their homes as a luxury good. Eight people have decided to come in here. Come on. I'm not sick. No typhoid, right? My bakery is on fire. Hey, how's it going?
とうとう見つかってし
カレイド社長、これは一体どういう。
悪いが。
ちょっと冷静になって。こんなことをしても。
警告。まもなくエナジー転送速度が安全限界値を超過します。
私を止めることはできない。絶対に。絶対にだ。
エナジー伝送が限界を超過しました。
This one I think was a little more ambitious about it. So yeah, I'll walk the carrots in here. So hopefully this will give us some food. Is there another place where we can put a hunter's hut? Maybe that could save. I'm always having trouble with food, and I think it's just because we eat a lot. There's a bunch of berries there. There's some deer there too, double deer. Level 1, like Just deer and gold. That's what we have. Deer and gold. Alright, I'm gonna do those two first. I'm gonna do Hunter right now. And then right next door to him is a forager.
以後連れて行ってくれ
Right there.
Teo!
カレイドさん
Walking that rocket's okay. Okay. Thunder sounds like it's right outside. Yeah, it's on a couple of folks' head. This will probably be good to have you to... Oh, I can only have 2 with this one, can't I? Because the wagons, I think they're
テオ
pretty
と
busy
カ
all
レ
the
イド
time.
社長は注射を追って
君のマップに印をつけて
I'm trying to think of what another... we need another system of helping the logistics of this place. Where's the rest of these? Where's my healer house? Hey, villager cured. Hooray! We can get a storage cart. There's a root cellar. We can do another one of those. I'm not sure there's any need to do safe travel. Cooper makes barrels. I thought I made one, but maybe I didn't. Get Cooper in here. I mean, there was a time when I had real troubles with plank. That might have been whenever I was going to make one, but I never got one. There's some beans in the fields there. Honey over there. It should all go into the stockyards. Over this way, we've got... Oh, there's a triple deer over here. That's what that guy's looking for. All my stuff. We've got the mill. Just finally taking that grain, making some flour. That mill goes into the baker. Or it goes into the granary, and then to the baker, and then into people's homes. Hopefully. Scummy Bear, thanks for following. I'm not sure if it's because there's no food. Do you get typhoid for not having food? Deer. Are you chasing the deer down? What's going on here? No. Just run away. I'm gonna put in. Here's what I'm gonna do. Try putting in some more of these wagons. We got one here already. I'm gonna put another one in, like, right here. I'm gonna try to sort of scatter these things around. Maybe it'll save us some time and stuff.
レンジスから来たんだけど、せ
I have one here already. One up there. I'll put one back over here. Maybe those guys will help ease the travel time that everyone's using. Ronin Trail was neat. Just a little, kind of physics, but not really, but just a fighty, voxel kind of thing. Really not much to it, but neat idea. My favorite wall in the whole place. To pop up with people like villagers when traders arrive, so I can make some cash. So the next houses I need to expand are these. I'm not quite desirable enough. They need to be up to a 30. I'm gonna put another market over there. want to be at a market. Right there. Put in a pub or something to help this side. I don't have a thing that shows how, I guess I do have one. So we have 16 laborers. We have 16 people that don't have jobs, basically. I bump that down. I'm gonna go down to one villager. Oh, I need to heal. Teacher for the school. 14 miners, but 1 sick. We still have 14 laborers. So I can afford to do another farm. Try to get ahead on the food. And maybe we can set up a farm somewhere else. Over here. Over this way, and maybe that'll help out with our food supplies. This fence is mostly done. There's Howland. He's supposed to be killing that boar over there, but he's doing a bad job of it. I'm going to move him over to this side. And get those deer. Hey, village cured. Hey, we're all cured now. Yeah, rabbits are the worst. Here comes a. Are you a trader? I think you're my guy. Put a root cellar over here somewhere also. Right, fruit trees are over here. You think grain needs to go in there? You put grain in a granary. This is for like beans and things. I could put it. Maybe I guess we have our farm here, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have it over here also. I could put it in right there, or up here. Actually, right there behind me. Any veggies that come out here will go in this way. And I think smoked meat goes in there as well. I do only have. How do I know? A new villager came in. So I got a smoker over here, smokehouse. Produced 600 in the last year. Is it keeping up? How do I know if it's keeping up? He alone produced 400 meat. I think they still eat the raw stuff. $39 meat in storage, so I guess they are keeping up with it according to the trader. 98 coats. 36 shoes, lots of arrows, a ton of water. Coal's finally starting to come in. This is what's in storage, not in the trade shop. I hope you want gold, buddy. I got a lot of it. Look at him standing on that cart without a shirt on or a body. What a guy. You want some stone. I will sell you some stone. Didn't mean to do that. Keep doing the wrong button. sell you some stone. You want it? It's expensive. You can have it. Okay. There's herbs, so I bought the herbs for 3. I could have sold them for 1 to make some cash here if I want. What? No, something to you. Buy meat real cheap. I can buy some more grain. I don't want to do that. Oh, there's cheap. Meat's pretty cheap also. I could sell some wood for some good money. Oh, hang on. We got raiders. I can sell honey. I don't have any over here. Let's stock a little bit of honey. And
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
bring the stone up. We can always get more stone. Sell that stuff off. I think maybe a good idea to buy just more of this, this... Oh, willow? That is a willow grain. Let's pick up some more meat. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Where is this? Where's these raiders at? There they are. Okay. Man. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. The same thing we did before. We're gonna grab the whole town. Not like I want the whole, all the villagers. We're gonna go stand right here. If you're over here on this side of town, go ahead and start swinging. Where are they? There's 2 of them right there. Get them. Yeah, get them. Cut them up. You, get in there too. Go get those guys. The rest of you are just hanging around here. Where are they at? Oh, my watchtower's over here too. I forgot about that. Just stand around the storehouse. Ahoy there, matey. Ahoy there, Jeffrey. 7 months. Thank you very much. You, buddy, don't just stand there. Go kill something. There he is. You guys on him. Here comes my soldier. Oh, yeah, right in the face. 13. What? Raiders sighted right now?
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
Okay. Things are a little more hairy. Let me take my gold. I just made some of that. Put you guys like on aggressive. Just kill everything. Get him. Don't run away. I don't have a clue what's going on. Get that guy, I guess. Don't let him get away. They're gonna run off of us. So somebody has festering wounds. It's okay, those are the best kind of wounds. I think they're getting away. They're just slain by raiders. They attacked from both sides. Those dang bandits. Don't let them get away. I don't know where you have Mario anymore. I see the dead bodies, but that's it. What'd they get away with? I don't know. Exciting music is still playing. I think we're done though. Not sure why we still have exciting music going on. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice and calm. Now that dang pig! Eat my crops! Villagers ready. What did they get? They got... Oh, man. They got a ton of stuff. We got 4 of them. There was more than 9. No, okay. There was... No, the raid size was 13. I took all my coats. Man. My winter coats. Wait. Alright, everyone back to work.
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
You can move over here. Okay, trader number 2 has arrived. What does he want? How do we know? I want the other guy. This guy. You want the same stuff? Maybe whenever he comes in. Maybe whenever he leaves, we'll get to look at this guy, but this is the same goods as before. Hopefully this guy wants some gold.
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
Nourishhook. Oh, there it is. Ah, there's a button right there. Okay, so he wants soap, he wants shoes, he wants wood, he doesn't want any gold for some reason. He doesn't want sand either. He will give me some clay at a ridiculous price. This guy, what did he say with clay? Everybody has clay except for... It's always expensive. $5 a piece for this stuff. It's not worth it. He only made a basket. Wood planks are selling for a lot.
散歩するなら
Those from him.
海辺がい
Really
い。
cheap grain. Yeah, give me a bunch of grain. Give me that, and then maybe that'll take care of our grain problems. Then our bakery can do its job. I'm gonna buy more of that. How much more do I have? $400. Yeah. Lots of grain. This will be the way we get a hit of stuff. 630 grain now, and yeah. That way we can make grain. We can make booze for our pub. We're in good shape with that. Okay, what do you have anything exciting? What's gonna happen is I'm gonna get somebody here who finally wants to buy my gold. He's gonna have like. I can sell you some wood. Can I? Nothing's here. Yeah, you know what? I'll bring a little bit of wood over here. I'm supposed to do anyway. No, we'll do it. Okay, there's some more. 400 more bucks. These clay prices aren't. This is the $1 guy. Not terrible. Yeah, 100 clay.
ありがとうございます。
Cheap
あとは
beans
エナジー
also.
供給
I
機
have
能さ
some
え修理
beans,
すれ
but I
ば
like some more. Where's
浄
your
水装置
stockpile
が
and stuff?
使えるようになります。合計3機あるシェルターの風力発電機は全て襲撃の際に壊れて
Hey,
しま
we
い
had
ました。
graduated. Oh, look at that.
でも
The school thing. Ah,
専
so
用の
loud.
工具がなくて修理できないのです。
足りな
Hooray.
い工具はなんとかなりそう。
Well, that's exciting news.
予備もあったのですが襲撃のどさくさで紛失してしまって
We bury the dead raiders? No, no, take
こう
them
な
to
っ
the
たら
smoke
運
box.
試しに
Yes, yes.
ベンジスに行ってみるしかなさそうですね。提案
So,
工具に関してはベンジスに戻りクロウさんに助けを求めるのがよろしいかと。
I just thought it.
よろしくお願いしま
But I
す。
shouldn't have stopped.
私もできる限りショーンさんの情報を集めておきますね。
So we'll have to deal with the heat wave, which will kill my crops. We'll be in bad shape again. We should have a ton of food. Bought a bunch. I guess we need to get. We're gonna need more. Get another farm. what's this one do? The arborist, we got the arborist over there, which should be doing things now. It's not bad fertile. It's still a little bit fertile. So we're gonna throw it in over here.
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
As big as it gets, takes 4 workers. Oh, okay, 12 by 12, I guess is as big as it gets. We'll do the 10 by 12. Going on top of some eggs might ruin that. But I think we'll be in the long run. I think it'll be.
散歩するなら海辺がいい。
5 months of food now. Assuming that number will go up as soon as we get the stuff hauled over there. Featherfoot. All that grain should be making its way to... Looks like the pub's working now. Is it the pub? Where's the pub? Here. Doesn't say it's not working. Yeah, it's getting hot outside. Here we go. We made 370 bread last year, so this thing's making some bread.
Yeah.
I could add another one in there, but we're not gonna do that. The mill should be taking that grain and making stuff. Got 4. Up to 6 now. Like, stockpiling stuff doesn't really do us a whole lot of good because it's just gonna spoil. So we're gonna be kind of cautious with, I guess, how much we go out of our way to make food. Someone go shoot that pig. Where's Mir? There he is. There's that pig. Bad pig. "101 villagers. We broke our 100 mark. Good. The mines are all working. We got Betta and Hawk over there. Each of them are gonna have 2. We could crank it up. I'm gonna leave it. It's dehydration, huh? Oh yeah, the guys in the mines here. Let me give you a well. Wells are in resources. No water over here, but I put one right here.
Yeah.
And I'll probably need one over on the... I have one there next to the farm, so that's actually okay. Let me get one here next to you. Not a big water bonus, but it's... desirable enough for you? You need 7% more.
Yeah.
I gave you a park. That will do it. I don't think it does. This road will come in and come around. This wall, I think we're gonna scoot out this way and around. 7 more people come in. We're taking them in. There's a lot of spoilage going on now, which is our big problem. Smoke that grain.
Yeah.
I mean, what, 11 more of those homesteads? It's going to be a big chunk of them right there. Again. Oh yeah, you're way up there. That's... Yeah, I probably should you run out. Bit of a walk out here. A blizzard. Oh, I don't want a blizzard. A bunch of firewood, I guess. Do we need another person doing it? We got 2 people doing that. Let's get a 3rd person on the firewood train. Wood being chopped. We could chop mow some of this stuff over here. Or there's a bunch of trees over here we can take out. Here comes the blizzard. Let me go ahead and mark that stuff out. We'll take everything but the bushes and the berries. And these trees up over here. Keep our wood supply up. Got a decent amount of clay. I need to get pottery in these houses. I'm not sure if it's a better idea just to make a potter to do the clay that I buy, or what. Probably. Yeah. Where's my Cooper at? There he is. Hey, not able to work. Why? You need iron. That's why I didn't make you before. Okay. I need iron also. What is this? A vault. So we have coal. Let's put the coal mine over here. Just working. We need to get some iron, so I guess we'll put in an iron mine? Yeah. We'll keep it over here with this guy. Oh, let's go. Gotta find iron first. There's iron way back there. Is there anything over... Let's keep it kind of together because this is ugly land. There we go. It's not a ton of it, but there's a bunch of different patches of it. Can I put it there? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Hope I can get a road up there. No. Oh, yeah, we just switch back. No. Well, blow it out of the way, but it's worth it. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Oh, is that iron right there? Oh, there's iron right there. Okay. All right. We can scrap that one, I guess. We'll put it right here. I guess. Let's be reasonable. It's cool there too. Put it there. A little road that goes into here. It's fine. Just have a road up there for no reason. Okay, so there's iron. We gotta get... I'm assuming we need like a foundry to make those bars. Maybe not. Hope someone's here. You wanna buy candles? I will... Yeah. Candles. Potter's expensive. What will you buy? No gold, I notice. From you, I can buy cheap cheese, which I will buy. Cheap pelts, which we use for our shoes, and normal priced meat. No food again. So. Traders really aren't helping me any. Anything we've seen that they have. They're all pretty random, aren't they? There's nothing that's like a sure sell. I like to sell that. It's alright, we'll get someone one of these days, we'll buy gold, and then we'll be rich. Or we'll level up and make our own gold. It'll be even better. Okay, our wall's coming in. It's good, looking pretty good. This one needs more gold, because I gotta, yeah. I can transfer it out of here. That thing done. It's a part. That'll make the houses build up a little more. I'm assuming we get more taxes then. Also, another food type. I don't know. I guess you have meat, eggs. What else do you want? Are you producing, Mr. Arborist? You got 208 fruit last year. Notice every villager has an important stat here of travel time here. So we should probably keep an eye on that. We're gonna find a building that actually works here. I like this guy. Travel time pretty high, excessive. Travel time is extreme. Let's look over here for these workers. It is really high over here. There's no houses really on this side. It's low for you, but high for the smokehouse. Is that just because you live in the other side of town? Or is that how far it needs to go for it to get stored? It's only going to here, though, right? Oh, no. It's going to the market way over here.
Yeah, また。
黒、シェルター201の風力発電機が。
シェルター
We had a raid
201。
just a little bit ago. Ugly Park is done. Houses love it. They're upgrading. This guy should be upgrading as soon as he gets a second food type. However we do that. Which we have. They're just... What should we do in this area? Oh, farm's done. Okay, big farm. Let's put in a dad joke. Right, 1 second. We're gonna get we're gonna get wheat. We could do wheat and then like clover, and then the same. We can go back the next one. Same thing. We can do. Do we want rye? I think we just do wheat and clover. Oh, that's not wheat. Wheat and then clover, because wheat takes away from fertility. And this guy makes fertility, so it should be a nice balanced system. If we have clay to add to it, we'll add a bit of clay. If we can. Okay, let's do that. Cow in my field here. Let's put a fence around it. Keep the animals out. I need to figure out a way of getting a wall just around this, because this is where they always come from. Put more towers in this. The problem is they cost me. I don't have a lot of that. I will in the next age, though. 7 homes away, and a few people. Dad joke. Sorry. Did you hear about McDonald's selling steak? But it was a mixed steak. There's your poor attention. The old mistake. I'll put a sand pit. Off the sand over here. Oh man, you give him the pants? Pants? It wasn't that bad. So we got 1 month of food going into the winter. That's too bad. And I gotta say I'm struggling. I mean the town's fine. I'm struggling with getting food under control. I think the thing is, I don't think we're really that bad on food. It's just because it spoils really fast. And the food we have, like it's most of the time it's around what, 3 or 4 months worth of food. It seems okay. But it does yell at me about it. But you can't ever get more than 4, because if you do that, it starts spoiling. If I build a whole bunch of barrels, however, that might fix that problem, I guess. So is that considered? It just says iron. It doesn't say iron bars or anything. You have some in storage. How much do you take to make a barrel? Make some barrels. Shelter stocking. So you're taking the.
これって役に立つの?
Your shelter. 1 barrel takes 2 planks, or 5 planks and 2 iron. So yeah, I think the iron just needs to get moved into there, and then the barrels. I assume it sort of gets stocked as they go. And that would be 5% with each barrel, so maybe that might be actually. Let's get a couple more people doing this. Get that ore. There's only 1,200 ore in there, but we're gonna get it out of there. As soon as winter hits, I'm gonna yank this one out. Hey, King Yoda, how's it going? I think because if we get enough barrels, we got a bunch of these stock things around here, but we get a lot of barrels. Maybe that'll keep the spoiling down. This house has 18 poop in it. Oh, well, thanks, King Yoda. Welcome to Twitch. Bricks, gold, and what's upgraded market? More workers, more income, more work area, more desirability.
戻って聞いてみません.
I like the idea of that. We should do that. Okay. That's our next goal. Thank you, King Yoda. Okay, winter has struck us. Well, thanks, Gavin Hawk. Good sub. I'm gonna delete this.
発電機は3台修理し終えたわ。
This farm.
シェルターのエナジー供給はこれで回復するはずよ。
よかった。これでみんながきれいな水を飲めます。お探しのショーンさんですが、誰も心当たりがないようです。
もしかして聞き間違えたのかな。社長は確かにショーンと言ってたはずだけど。
もう一つ可能性があるとすれば、行員さんですね。少し前にキリオンの鉱山から逃げてきた人たちがいます。私はよく知らないのですが、その中にお探しの方がいるかもしれません。
Now that I got a better handle on how the food works, we'll adjust that a little better. I think I'm going to keep that system going where we food, clover, food, clover, food, clover. Might be a good system. The fertility is at 36%, which is terrible, but we can fix that. This fertility is at 54, which isn't very good. But you, and you're right there. Why don't you go ahead and just throw that there? And throw that one. We'll put it there. How's the fertility over here? 32, bad. So we're getting 200 carrots out of a potential 754 if we weren't so so weedy and infertile. Fence is finally done though. I keep the pig out. Now we need one over here. I think I'm just gonna put a wall in. Oh, there we go. Manage walls. Drag select walls to manage. Hold shift to so we can just. Oh, look at that. Well, there's a button for it. Walls. So let's get. These don't do any good, but these palisades will do some good. I think I'm just gonna bump it all the way out here. I'm gonna put a palisade in. I'm gonna keep something to keep the animals out. Let's do that. That shot. That was a long shot. Okay, number 17.
ショーン・ガビルという人を知りませんか？シャドウや、うちのかわいいチャドウや。チャドウ？あ、いえ、ショーン・ガビルって人のことを聞いてるんですが、どこにいるかわかりますか？
I've been using like roads as if roads are necessary, but they're not. So I'm not gonna worry about it so much. Again, I'm gonna stop hitting R tab from my cursor here, or my rotate. We'll do a little bit of roads, like we can put one there since there's a reason for it. Okay, so there's 5 more houses.
そんなやつここにはいないけど。
説明。その人はあなたと一緒にキリオン鉱山から逃げ出した鉱員です。
鉱員。ファンゴリンやタミル、フォーチュンならわかるが、ショーンなんてやつは知らねえな。
Should be pretty good because everything else around here is high.
ありがとう。他を当たってみるわ。
Should be pretty close. So the only benefit of upgrading would be an additional worker would be nice. And desirability. We need gold and bricks. Hype Train Pickleback. Thank you for the sub and the beginnings of a hype train. Alright.
ショーンって名前の知り合いはいるけど、君が探すその鉱員。
本当に間違ってる。ショーンが本名じゃなかったら厄介なことになるわ。
Man, those storms are noisy. I don't know how to turn them down. I tried.
ブライアンとあります。どうでした？
ショーンの日記は見つかった。
Talked about this bit. The other day when I was playing this, I watched the dev stream a bunch of, or the devs anyway, stream a bunch of this. And someone asked a question about multiplayer, and they said no, single player only. Oh,
あなた、
Gavin Hawk.
この辺の人じゃないわよね。ブライアン、あの子がまた何かした？しばらくおとなしく家にいなさい。どこへも行くなって言ったのに、まったく。
それは誤解です。
Yeah, Thunderbolt Lightning, very, very frightening indeed. Galileo. Thanks, Master.
ねえ、あなたブライアン？そうですけど、ブライアンという人が他にもいれば別ですけどね。僕、あなたが浄水器を直すとこずっと見てました。ベンジスから来たんでしょ？知ってますよ。人を探してるんでしょ？でも聞く相手をリンダおばあちゃんはもちろん。ここではパンゴリンって呼ばれてます。
あそこに大きな倉庫があるでしょ。あの中でもあそこは。
Oh, look at the deer. They're just all over this place. There's deer everywhere. And my cow. They're everywhere. They're chowing down on this stuff. Alright, I gotta get a fence. Looks like free dinner. For now, and we'll do...
ショーンの手がかりを見。
そうですか。
持ちこたえられ。
Might help keep him out a little bit.
しまった。倉庫からミュータントが。
慌てないでください。一緒にこの困難を乗り越えられなくてごめんなさい。でも、あのモンスターたちももう仲間ではありません。必ず倒さないと。
Villagers. We know where they're coming. So many of them coming in. Thank you very much. Oh, hey, game dev guy. I know who you are. Wish I could put these guys
ありが
on
とうございます。
like
これでもう安心です。
aggressive mode.
でも、ショーンさん
My
は
soul trap. Get him in there.
彼は立派に自分の務めを果たしたわ。
ここで亡くなった人たちは
Come in individual.
みんな私たちの仲間です。彼らの払った犠牲を私は決して忘れません。頑張ってリーダーの責任を果たします。みんなの期待を裏切らないように。
バイデンさんならきっと
This guy over here.
素晴らしいリーダーになれます。
いろいろありがとうございました。
They
シ
better
ェル
be.
ターの再建はまだ始まったばかり。私、今まで以上に頑張ります。
Slaughter these guys.
いつでも遊びに来てくださいね。
Oh, there's a bunch of them there. Get that guy. Don't let him get away. Oh, there's a whole bunch coming in. There's more coming in. What? Lots of festering going on. What else happening over here? Thanks, Subway Time. Thanks, Anonymous. Thank you very much. Panic. Don't let him get away. I lost 4 villagers. They're still there. Are you oh, here. Oh, get up, buddy. Villagers. It says 19 attacked. Makes me a little more hairy. But I didn't have any money to steal. Took my coats again. Okay, you guys are just... It's all over. No, I know it was. What did they get? Oh, they got 10 ore? No problem. Raid size 5? I mean, it was a lot more than 5, but maybe it was a scale of 1 to 5. It was a bad. The last one was a 9. That's right. No, there shouldn't be any food shortage. Anyway, thank you for the follows over time and the gifts, Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous. And thanks for the hype train. Which is still going on, right? Yeah. Oh, we have 2 raids at the same time. This is an 11 size. This one got 6 goals. Walls and gates are another valuable defensive measure, since guards alone may not be enough. Yeah, it's kind of hard to manage, folks. Kind of hard to move them around. We could try to get more walls going. I think there's a gap there, actually. We have to, like, wall the whole town. Some sort of fortress. That.
フランツ、ベンジスのオムニアムタワーはと。
ナビアのケイトス島に向かったようだ。あの女はハガードの。
Wall will take us in a turn. that way, and then over this way, and then we'll connect up over here. Okay. Get there. Kind of cutting into my forging space by doing this. Okay, so there's my walls. We need a gate, probably over here somewhere. People seem to come in from this way. So with that one, put a gate in. One over here. That was backwards. And then I should get one over here somewhere. Yeah, I got one here over here already. And then we'll have one there. And there. Okay. Minth. Thank you for following. Okay. Quite the project. But if it keeps us from losing my 5 gold ore, then it's worth it. Sometimes it's real smooth, sometimes it's choppy. Supplies seem to be going okay. The clay, I'm guessing, yeah, it went into here. So now we're in the target area, so we're actually getting a bonus to our crops because of that. So that's cool. I didn't ever stop these. So I'm gonna put them the whole year and didn't mess with this. So we've got. I think they're going to do like a carrot farm. Is that a good idea? Should we stick with wheat? There's a lot of weeds in here. We should do something to take care of the weeds. Buckwheat does what? Milled it in the flour, despite its name not related to wheat. Doesn't yield as much as wheat or rye. It's not frost and all that, but a short growing period does not need fertile soil and can improve soil quality. So let's just buckwheat in this place because it's good all around. Fertility says -2/ plus or minus 5. And then we're going to go buckwheat again. And then a clover. What has a short growing period? Grow time. Turnips in there? What? Turnips come up in 81. Going down, but that'll take care of that. Oh, we got a new emote. Oh, that's a fancy one. How's them barrels coming? No. We have iron though, right? Iron's happening. Iron ore is happening. Okay, so it is iron. But I can't do anything about that. Let's look over here where the this one. Patch of wood. Let's go over there. I'm gonna put a firewood chopper over here. Firewood. Dan, thanks for following. Yes, my Cooper's been doing nothing over here because I don't have any iron. So I'm gonna just disable and. Which isn't gonna happen for a while. Why weren't you working there? I bet they died. Maybe they don't refill their spots when they die. That's gotta be what it was. I'm gonna lose my soldier. I don't think he's worth. I have to pay him. I don't think it's worth paying that guy. I get attacked by a ton of things. We'll leave him off for now. Get our walls built. Let him be a laborer. No fire was low. It's kind of a bad time to be out of it. These guys, I think, are pretty busy. Yeah, look at all the stuff he's transferred in a year. He's transferred tons. How did you transfer 11,000? Where? 11,000? What are you talking about? You didn't transfer that much. No way. You only pulled 31 gold out of that last year. You only pulled 29. What are you doing over here? He didn't move them to iron ore around. Yeah, Banished 2.0 was awesome. That guy over there. Oh, you think I need another one of these? I don't know what he was in. Maybe in a minute, a service. He was. What was it? Wagon shop. We get some stuff hauled around a little more. These guys can probably do me a lot good. We got 100% on Banished and Dawn of Man. Nice. I posted a question on YouTube. And I was curious because typically I don't care about achievements. It doesn't really